Hey everybody, it's Rich Tola, and welcome to Tola Talks on Wednesday, March 4th, 2015. You know, it's WTF Wednesday, so what are we doing today? What we're doing is we're just throwing away the script, right? No script today. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about what happens when things don't go as planned, because sometimes it doesn't go as planned. But first, a quick celebrity shout out to Taylor Swift and Lady Gaga, you know, talking a little love advice, right? They asked Taylor where she sees herself in 5 years, I guess, relationship-wise, and she said, I'll probably still be single, let's be honest. Lady Gaga swoops in and says, your Prince Charming will come. Well, guess what? If that's the way it's supposed to go, that's what will happen. If your Prince Charming is due to come, he will come. So, Taylor, you can't predict what's going to happen in 5 years. Hey, go check out my memoir, Chapter 3, The 5-Year Plan. Sure as hell didn't go that way. Speaking of 5-year plans, speaking of any type of plan, last night, here's a good example, was excited about going back to stand-up comedy. Did it 5 years ago, and then I'm going back to Flappers. Well, guess what happened? Let me tell you what happened. I show up, I sign in, I'm number 14. There must have been 30, 35 comics there. I figured I'd go, within the hour, and an hour goes by, but I'm sitting up front, and I'm very intent. I'm watching, I'm paying attention, because I'm learning, and I haven't done this in 5 years, so I'm like, paying attention so that I could kind of pick up whatever's happening, and nothing, they don't call me, right? So another hour goes by, and all the while, they keep shortening these sets. 5 minute, 4 minute, 3 minute to get everybody in. So finally at 7 o'clock, the guy goes, hey, we're going to wrap it up soon. So I go over to him and I said, hey, you never called my name. And he said, oh, I'm really sorry. We inadvertently skipped you. I can get you up there for 2 minutes. I'm like, 2 minutes and I'm going to rush it. I'm going to be out of sync. I planned a 5-minute set. So he's like, no problem. Why don't you come back tomorrow night and you can audition? I'm like, that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted it to be an audition. So I left there in a positive note, because sometimes, folks, you gotta make it chicken salad, not chicken shit, right? Doesn't always happen the way it's supposed to happen. So I looked at it as a positive. I said, hey, it gave me an opportunity to watch comics, kind of get back into it. It's kind of like a baseball player watching the opposing pitcher. You can't have trouble with the curve, folks. If you're expecting the fastball and he throws the curve, you're a right-handed batter, you got to sit back and drive it to right. I was a great two-strike hitter, named my production company Two-Strike Hitter after that. Here's another example. A friend of mine I spoke with last night, she told me, she said, my husband's car wasn't working this morning. I had to take him to work, and I haven't been out of the house in 3 days. I said, whoa, wait a minute. Let's look at this as a positive, the chicken salad, not the chicken shit. I said, first of all, you haven't been out of the house in 3 days, so gave you a chance because you had to take him to work. So it gave you a chance to get out of the house. Secondly, you didn't keep him in the house. If he stayed home from work, he might be driving you crazy all day. And thirdly, hey, you have your car. He didn't take your car, right? So these are positives, folks. You can't look at life as a negative. So no matter what happens, it doesn't always go the way it's planned. Hey, here's another one out of my memoir. Go to chapter 43, Simply Between Millions from Wall Street to Hollywood. Hey, by the way, guys, if you're interested in following me, you should subscribe on YouTube. I know I don't get a crazy lot of views over there, but hey, no worries. I'm doing this to keep myself sharp so that when I do get in front of audiences, right? But if you like it, subscribe, appreciate it, or watch it on the social at Rich Tola. But getting back to chapter 43, it's called 9/11. Everybody knows this. Where were you on 9/11? Well, I know where I was. I'm getting on the Lexington Avenue subway line to go see my tailor. I had 2 new suits, and I wanted to get my suits tailored, drop them off on John Street, 500 yards from both of the towers, okay? Well, I'm running a little bit late. So I decide to go to work instead. I worked at 39th and Madison. So I get off the subway and I think, you know what? I'll wait till lunchtime. I'll shoot down there, drop the suits off, no problem. If I stayed on that subway, I would have been at that location at 8:15, exactly when the planes have hit. So guess what? I missed that because I diverted my plan, went to work, and I watched the whole thing from the 39th floor of 39th and Madison. You can read all about that, but things don't always go as planned, but no worries, because I firmly believe that the universe is conspiring for your highest good in every area of your life. So you can't have trouble with the curve, folks. Life throws you a curve. No worries. Sit back, readjust, and take it to right. Anybody can. No matter what it is in your life, make the adjustment and hit the curve. By the way, go see that movie or rent that movie, Trouble with the Curve. Clint Eastwood, Amy Adams, Justin Timberlake. A really good movie, especially if you're a baseball fan. Well, on that note, I'm Rich Tola, and remember, dreams do come true. But hey, What do I know?